Hi everyone, so I'm going to do a little video discussing drone tuning. Okay, so for some of the beginner players at the band and some of the intermediate players who are improving at this, I thought it would be good to circulate a little document recently. So I sent out a little 2-page tuning up document where we could talk about little strategies and little things to do to try and get your pipes a bit more in tune. And for the player, even if you're a bit inexperienced, you can take a bit more control over how you sound. Okay, so what I suggested is that you download one of the various tuner apps that are out there on the market for your phone. Okay, now the tuners that the band use are actual physical dedicated drone tuners, and they can cost anywhere between £200 to £400. But luckily for the iPhone, you can actually get a really accurate bagpipe tuner for about £12. Okay, so for me that's a bit of a bargain if it helps you to really enjoy your practice. So this is the one that I'm going to use today. It's the Murray Blair bagpipe tuner. Hopefully you can see that, and it's got some numbers on the front. I think when you open up the app to begin with, I think it comes set to that the green dial in the middle is set to 480 Hz, which is pretty accurate to where we want to be. So when a novice piper sets up their pipes, what I'm going to get you to do is strike up and tap your drones off. Okay, so I'm just going to lay my phone down and I'm going to just blow up and tap my drones off, and I'm going to play a low A, and I want to see what number the drone tuner tells me, what frequency my low A is. So low A is what we call our tonic. It's the note that all of the drones are tuned to. Now, if you tap the drones off but then don't blow into the pipes, they just make a sound again and the pipes kind of die. Alright? So you need to keep supplying them with air. So strike in, tap the drones off, but keep blowing a little bit, but don't let your chanter sound until you're nice and comfortable in the holes. So that was coming up as about 480 Hz. So what I'm going to do now, and what you can do at home, is you can enlist the help of a parent or carer or maybe a brother or sister, and you can get them to hold the tuner or the phone about 1 or 2 inches above the drone, and while you're playing low A, they can tell you what number, what frequency your drone is currently producing. Okay, so if your drone is producing 475 Hz, that means that it's too flat. So that means that you're going to need to take the drone and close it a little bit. So this part of the drone is called the tuning pin, and if you shorten the tuning pin and shorten the drone, make it smaller, it means that you're going to make the drone sharper and higher sounding. So I'll just demonstrate that. I'm going to take the drone out, I'm going to blow it for you, and then as I make it sharper, if you've got your tuner handy, you should see the numbers of your tuner going up when I do this. So open your tuner, guys, and you'll see right now if I blow it at the moment, that's coming up as 476, but if I blow it and then sharpen it, the numbers will increase. So that's now up to 485. So I'm actually wanting that to be about 480, so I'm going to go pick somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to tune that drone over and over until it's the same as my chanter. So I've got the end tenor drone in tune with my chanter, and now I'm going to do the same with the bass drone. So obviously I don't have anyone to hold the tuner above my drone, so I'm using my ears at the moment, but if you have someone to hold the tuner above, they can tell you, oh yeah, that's saying 475. So you know that you're 5 hertz away from being perfect, okay? So you need to try and get it down to that 480. That was a magic number that we chose at the start. Now, at the very start, okay, when we said, yeah, my low is at 480, every individual piper and every individual reed will be a little bit different coming out of the box like that. Some people might be a little lower, some people might be at 478, and some people might be at 485. No matter which number you're at, you need to tune your drones to the same number as your low A, okay? So don't tune your drones to 480 if your chanter's at 485. Simple? Okay. So I'm going to tune my bass drone now. So that's me now got 2 drones perfectly in tune with the chanter. Now as I play, the chanter's going to get a little bit of heat and moisture, and the chanter reed might actually sharpen up. So if I stop my drones right now, I'm going to check, but I've got a funny feeling that my chanter might actually now be a little bit higher than 480. Just as I thought, my chanter's at 483. So what do I do now? I need to go through that whole process again. I need to retune my tenor and my bass drone. I've got 3 drones on at the moment, so now I need to tune my middle tenor drone and do the exact same. This middle tenor needs to be exactly the same pitch as the other 2 drones. Okay, so I've successfully tuned all 3 of my drones. Everything's sounding quite pleasant. In about 5 minutes time, I'm probably going to do that whole process again, because as I say, the reeds, the chanter reed specifically, is going to warm up and it's going to take on a little bit of moisture from your breath. So that's going to change the tuning of your chanter reed a little bit. So we need to adjust the drones as we practice to keep up with that. So just because we've tuned the drones once, they won't stay tuned forever like that. We need to keep practicing that and keep trying to make them sound right, okay? So just bear in mind that your ears are just as good as the tuner at letting you know if you're getting it right. If your pipes are sounding pleasant and, you know, musical, and, you know, if they sound like they're in harmony, then that's great. If there's something a bit discordant and a bit grating sounding, then there might be something slightly going wrong. So use your ears as a guide and try your best to produce a pleasing sound. What you're looking for is for the drones to be completely the same as the chanter in sound. So if I go down to 1 tenor, what you should hear is, if I compare my tenor drone to my chanter, you should hear it as 1. And if I knock it out of tune, you'll hear that it'll cause a disturbance, and it should kind of go wah 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 wah. It'll be a grating noise. But as I bring it closer to being in tune again, it'll go wah 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 wah. As that disturbance, the frequency of that disturbance slows down, it'll go from a really fast wah 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 wah. That'll start to slow down, and then it'll eventually stop when you've got it right in the sweet spot. So I'm going to try and let you hear that in a moment. So I'm just going to take my pipes down to one tenor drone in my chanter. I'll have it in tune at the beginning, and then I'm going to knock it out of tune and let you hear it being in tune again. Okay? So bear in mind that you can't play a low A and tune your drone at the same time. Yeah, because we've only got two hands. So you'll notice that I keep going up to high A every time that I tune the drone. So that took 5 or 6 goes, and at the very start my drone was really high. It was sitting like that, it was showing quite a lot of hemp. Hopefully you can see that on the camera, on the screen. And then as I tuned and tuned and tuned, it ended up just being a tiny little glimmer of hemp showing. Now most people's pipes in the band, you should start with a little bit of hemp and go to a little bit less hemp, like that. That's about all you want to be moving at, okay? Just a few millimeters every time you tune your pipes. Now, a good thing to do at this point, once I've tuned up and everything's sounding good, is to have a look at the pipes and try and memorise where each one was tuning. So my two tenors at the moment are tuning about 3 fingers from the mount. So this little ivory part here is called the mount, and this little part here, the thin part, is called the tuning pin. And I can kind of gauge just by using the width of my fingers that that's 3 fingers. And my bass drone is about 2 fingers, okay? So that should speed up this process if I had to do it all again. So if I was taking my pipes apart just now, the next time I build them up, I should get to a stage where they're a little bit more in tune a bit more quickly. But then I can use my tuner to fine tune. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a bit of a basis for helping you with tuning your drones. Okay, good luck.